Hello everybody, it's ItemOg217, and today we're reviewing the LEGO Mindstorms promo, set number 40413, the mini robots. It has 366 pieces. It was a promo from October 15th to 25th, and the only way you can get it was if you spent $100 or more, and it's based on set number 51515, which is a bigger version compared to this, and the difference between that set and this set is that you can actually build all 5 of the models. They give you enough parts for that, whereas the actual set this is based on, you need to make it individually. According to a receipt I have, it has a supposed retail value of $27 Canadian. So yeah. Anyway, this is the front of the box. It's, nothing too special. Top of the box shows the main robot's head. Bottom of the box shows that there's 5 models included and the barcode. Side of the box, nothing too special. Other side, LEGO Life logo. And then the back of the box, it shows the actual set. Now, I believe, I'm just reading this from a magazine here. This model is known as Tricky. This one is known as Charlie. This one is known as Blast. This one is known as MVP. And the final one is known as jello, I don't know. But yeah, that's what that set's based on. Very interesting, and I do like the pizza box design. Makes it easier for storage, which actually, believe it or not, you can actually store all 5 models in here for storage. I'll show that at the end of the video, of course. But yeah, let's move on to the main builds. Alright, so for the first model we're looking at Blast, and honestly, he looks pretty dang accurate to what he's supposed to be based on. You got the nice little brick-built shield, which is kind of hard to pose somewhat, but it can be posed nonetheless. It just looks a little wonky when doing it. It's not 360 articulated. I kind of feel like a ball joint would have been very suitable here. And these legs, they work fine. I just kind of wish that the articulation on the feet was a little better. I don't know if that's the same for the actual model that this is based on or whatever. The head can swivel pretty decently. It's got the nice antenna pieces. The arm here, again, ball joint would have been preferred here for me, because, again, it's very tricky for moving the arm around. It's just stuck in there with those Technic pins, and it does use a flick fire missile. Is that what it's called? No, it's a spring-loaded shooter, so basically you just press down and it fires like so. It's an okay build based on what it's based on. I think they did a decent job capturing the look, but when it comes to articulation and posing this guy, it can be quite a pain to get it all lined up and nice looking. Like you can see, I'm having trouble right here. That's what the back of the build looks like. Nothing too special. Next build. Alright, for the next build we have Charlie, and I don't know, this is an okay looking build. They pull it off pretty nice with the stiffness of the arms. Like, based on the picture, it looks pretty accurate to that. You can move the hands like so. Got the antenna pieces. The head is on a ball joint, as you can tell, and for some reason I'm calling this a mouth. It can move. I don't know why the model this is based on does not look like it can move that on purpose. I don't know. I'm guessing it's making it easier for it to do this function, where if you lift this up, you kind of see it's got a heart. That's always nice. When it comes to the front wheels, on the actual model it's based on, it only has 1 wheel, so it's kind of interesting that they included an extra wheel for stabilization. But yeah, nothing much else I can say about this build. It looks pretty accurate, and no complaints for posability and such, other than that's just really wonky. But yeah, next build. Okay, so for this next build, we got jello, whatever the heck you want to call it. This build is probably one of the least interesting, like second least interesting out of the whole 5 builds. Like, yeah, it looks decently accurate to the model it's based on. Like, all you can do is move the legs somewhat and get it into weird sitting positions, I guess. I don't know. It's not really that posable. It's just a thing for display, really. I can't really see anybody having much entertainment if this was given to just a kid. This is, like, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, next build. Alright, for this build, it's called Tricky, and I think they captured the look of this one almost perfectly compared to what it's based on. However, like, the idea is that you're supposed to pick up the ball like so, but there's no way that you can hold the ball up in place, which is kind of disappointment because it just drops back down, and I don't know. I feel like there could have been some other way they could have designed this better, but it does get points for being accurate, but other than that, not really. But yeah, moving on. Alright, for the final build that's included in this set, we have MVP. I'm not sure what that stands for, but still, basically the idea is it's a claw on wheels. And I think they captured the look of this as best as they can based on what it's trying to be based on. You can, of course, move the claw around, and it comes with a nice little bucket for it to pick up. So that's always nice. I do like the inclusion of an antenna piece, like a radio antenna. So that's cool. And to increase the play value of this individual model, you can take this off right here, place it to the side, and then include a separate build with stud shooters. I actually don't mind this including stud shooters. Like, it looks pretty decent. I can imagine a lot more people favoring this alternative side build like thingy compared to the claw. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. But yeah, let's do final thoughts. My mistake, we're not doing final thoughts. We're actually looking at the extra parts, which is quite a lot for this set. You get 2 extra antenna pieces in black and white. So that's interesting. You get an extra spring-loaded shooter in case you lose the one. You get a stud shooter trigger. I don't know why they include extras of these. It's kind of pointless. You get a 1x1 cheese slope in white. You get a 1x1 tile in clear and red and light blue. So that's always cool. As well as you get a square 1x1 clear, a square 1x1 light gray, and then 3 light blue 1x1s. And you get a light gray stud, white 1x1 square, a black 1x1. You get one of these bucket handle things. You get an extra one of those pink hearts, so that's always cool to get. You get an extra one of these things, whatever they're called. Extra one of those light gray Technic pins. Extra one of the white staff pieces. And extra one of the robot arms. Extra one of the Technic pin thingies right here. You also get an extra black Technic pin and a white, whatever that is. That's it for the extras. Let's have a look at the instructions. Okay, so part of me, when I first opened this up, thought that there's going to be individual instructions for each build, but that was kind of silly when you think about it. The instructions are quite smaller than you would actually think, but it is your average instructions showing you each individual model. So that's always cool. There is advertisements for the LEGO Mindstorms set that this is based on. So that's always cool. But yeah, now we're going to do final thoughts. Overall, I'd say this is a decent set, you know, for what you have to get in order to get it. It kind of makes sense. Mindstorms is not cheap. But they're okay builds, you know, and nothing too much to complain about it. It's definitely worth the retail value that they're saying, in my opinion. But yeah, it's not something I can imagine someone actually having displayed on their shelf unless they actually have the set that this is based on. But yeah, speaking of, if you don't want to have this on display, you can actually open up this box that's included in. Open it up like so. And you can actually fit all of the models. Well, you gotta fiddle with it a bit so that they're all kind of flat. Like so. Like it's just me putting it in the box. I'll show what it looks like when I've put it all in. You can pretty much fit it all in the box without it having to be popping out. Like, it's flat. There's no way that it's poking out and possibly damaging the box. So that's a great alternative. If you don't want to have it on display, you can just fit it back in the box it came in for storage. But yeah, that's it for this review. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. It really helped the channel out a lot. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I upload new videos. or whenever I go live. I do that occasionally. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in a future video. Until then, see ya!